Hey, Bri, doesn't it suck that the boss is always over our shoulder when we're trying to talk?
Jay, he should be entertained by us. Let's get out of here and finish this conversation.
All right, as long as it's not work related.
Jay!
B!
How's it going?
Great, my friend. Great.
I want to welcome everyone to the Work-Related Podcast.
We are only work related on X.
X. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm going to get you up. You're supposed to say Twitter when I say X. And yeah, the only other work related conversations we have is him telling me what's going on at work.
Yep.
Because I am still not there, not even in mind, definitely not in body, and maybe spirit. I guess
Come on,
my
Jay.
toolbox is there. It's in spirit.
Come on.
If I see some welding going on TV, I was like, oh, I used to do that.
I used to do... You talk about it in the past tense?
Yeah. Well, I'm not jonesing for it yet. Like, I am running a little bit out of TV shows, I think. Well, not really. That's not the right way to say it. I'm not running out of anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling great, knock on wood. Like, I got no more fanny packs. Like, we talked about that last week. I got the IV gone. The wound is healing up very, like, a lot better. Nice. I saw the doctor this week. And so I can start, this is great. I can start trying to drive.
Yeah?
How do you do that?
With
You
your
go
foot.
back into the parking lots again, I guess.
Oh, shit.
Right? Like, I might.
No, just go around your neighborhood.
Well, I've got, okay.
Wait,
what-
is there a lot of kids on your...
Of course there's a lot of fucking
God.
kids in my neighborhood.
Oh,
There's kids
shit.
everywhere.
No, practice your dodging.
This is how you get the reaction time. You can't,
Yeah.
like, I've been trying on Gran Turismo, but I get to use my thumb as a brake instead of my leg. So I've noticed that my leg has got that more movement going there, but,
Yeah.
and I got a little itch to see what it's like to drive again. I still don't really have to go anywhere for myself still, which is, that's its own fucking situation, but, and I'm fine with that, but it's like, okay, so I want to, maybe even this weekend, just find a parking lot, right? And just try to stop, right? And see how it goes. I am nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It is one of these things where the better I get, you get better faster. You
Yeah.
know, like, I can't go upstairs or I can't do a certain exercise. You do it for a couple of days and then it becomes a lot easier.
How's the pain level?
So I'm pain-free unless I'm doing certain exercises.
Nice.
I'm pain-free unless I walk for a long time.
Mhm.
Like, I went to the doctor's last time and I didn't bring my cane, and it's a far walk from the parking lot to the brand new hospital in Oakville, right? And so, and I was like, fuck, maybe I should have brought my cane. When I saw him and he got me to walk, it's funny because I'm sitting there and doing things. He goes, okay, walk for me. And you're not used to being watched walking, right? So I start walking. He goes, not like a fucking soldier, you know, like I'm all rigid and like trying to walk proper. And so I just like walk normal. And he goes, yeah, looking good. And how does it feel? So I still have a bit of a pain when I get out of a chair.
Mhm.
And I always had that, but it's not as bad as it was before. And I think it goes away faster now.
So in general, your pain is way better than it was before the surgery? Or
Yeah,
no?
I'd say right now it's probably like a shade under what it was before the surgery.
So, and you're still healing.
The problem, yes, what I'm dealing with right now is I think my muscles were so weak in my legs from before. Like I've tried to do other exercises, but not taking care of myself for the whole lifetime, and I think that was contributing to the problem. I think like somebody that was in better shape when they got through this, their muscles would have been ready to react to go again better than mine were. It's not so much a connection. Like I could put my socks on way better than I could before.
Oh,
like I can
nice.
bend down. Like already I can get that down. But I'm also, my leg is actually like 2 centimeters longer now than it was before.
You're taller.
Yeah, no, because my one leg was shorter.
Oh,
so we
okay.
didn't add 2 legs. You'd have to go all around. All 4 tires would have to get
shit.
rotated for that. He didn't give me platform fucking shoes on my other side. But my bad leg was shorter than my good leg, so he just evened it out.
Yeah.
I guess he could have made me shorter. He could have cut me down on the other side a little bit instead of adding me to the other one. But and this sounds grander than it might be, but so my muscle had to get stretched, right, to a bigger like whatever, like point for my hip. He got to. It'd be like one of those ratchet straps, where like he could probably like torque my torque my.
How's that?
Yeah, is that good? Good. Oh, we're gonna have to open him up again and get in there. And so there's like a little odd feeling, like it does. Everything feels attached, but because that pain isn't there or that noticeable feeling in my hip or whatever, it feels like there's like it's floating. There's like a floating, not like a pain-free sensation, but it's just like a weird. Like it's just not as, you know what I mean? Like that'd be like putting on a pair of new shoes that were like platformy and all of a sudden you're, or you know how you go from your work boots to your, right? Like that difference. You know this right away, but you end your shift and you put your shoes on, you're like, whoa, I'm fucking an inch shorter. Like what, whatever, right? So it's got a little feeling to that. So I'm not like pain-free like there, but this week, I think because of the IV or I'm a little all over the place, that it brought me down a little bit. But this week was when I've ramped up my physical therapy more than any other week in this whole process. Like I got no exercise for the first couple of weeks, and then these little fucking heel slides and just little like leg curl things or whatever that were so hard to do at the beginning. And it's funny. So when they're so hard to do these little heel slides and whatever, the proof is like 2 days later you can feel the strength from doing it. Like if you just whine, oh, it's too hard to do. Like that's what I complained about her dad for. He never did it. You get to a point, then even the exercises become a little bit easier to do.
And it seems to be quick. It doesn't seem to be like weeks. It seems to be like days or a week after doing the exercise, you start getting improvements from it, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, it is. That's what I could have said that a long time ago. It's the improvement happens days after starting these new exercises.
That's crazy. To me, that baffles me why when people do surgeries and stuff, they just can't do the exercises. Because I think, I don't know, in my mind, I feel like they think that it's just, these are pointless. It's like you said, these stupid little heel slides that seem so minor, and then next thing you know, it's easy to do. That's what I think. I don't know if it's the pointless part, which it might be. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that's probably a certain percentage. I think part of it is because they are hard. Like you get pain. Like any exercise deals with discomfort. Maybe not pain. Pain's not the right word. Every single exercise,
and if you're doing it right. The problem is you can get lazy with any exercise and then to become ineffective.
Yeah.
So you can do this version of a heel slide where you're just fucking not paying attention to it, not pointing your toes up, not like squeezing it in at the end, like just even clinching your whole body, like clinching your bum, clinching your legs. Like that's one of my earlier exercises, right? And you can just kind of half-ass that. But if you fucking give it that, you know what I mean? Like clinch, you get, it's like, ooh, okay, you know what I mean? Like there was something that happened there, and without that, then so my experience is if you push through that pain or discomfort, like there's a promised land. If you're so sorry for yourself, or you don't looking for a promised land, or you just think you can't deal with the pain or whatever that discomfort, then I'll just put it on her dad. He's not going to listen. That he just like didn't think he had to do it, or he thought that it was too hard, so I can't. And then now he's in a wheelchair, right? Like it's not. I don't know if he could have ever done anything to help himself. I'm not saying that. I'm not in his body. I don't know that. Yeah, I'm just I'm wondering if that's the case. And so yeah, like even with the heel slides, if you just you just want to do them. Well, okay, you like working out. I've always had to train myself to treat myself good like that. We've talked about this a million different times. So the idea of exercises to improve my body life, I really have to like say it over and over again.
Yeah.
It's not an automatic like
Yeah.
going to the beer store or you know what I mean, or anything,
pretty
smoking weed, like
automatic.
doing all the things I wanted to like naturally do. Right?
Yeah.
It's just like, and so, but the more I do it, then the more it becomes more natural, and then you feel bad that you didn't do it. So yeah, like even the heel slides, I concentrate just like, oh, I can get better now. And then the one harder one was just doing like a marching step as sitting down in a chair, like 90-90, and just lifting your foot a little bit.
That
And
sounds hard.
my good leg, it's no big deal, but it was like a fucking centimeter off the
Yeah.
ground. I'm like, what?
That sounds hard.
And so you want to give up. Like, what's the point of this centimeter? But that's me now in like 4 or 5 weeks of recovery going, no, like it's not going to be a centimeter forever.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a centimeter. And you just deal with it. I had a problem like where I was like trying to do too much and I felt a pull, like this is weeks and weeks ago. So I'm like, I got to balance, like not going full, like just finding that like balance or whatever. Right. Just that. But then after doing those for a while, like you don't wake up. Well, yeah, you kind of just wake up one morning and just go, oh, but this is where I feel it the best. Getting out of bed is way less pain, less pain than it used to be.
Yeah.
And walking, that's when I first noticed walking without a limp, walking straight.
You said you went to the doctor without a cane.
The more days, I would have come here without a cane just knowing not the stairs. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I just
Yeah.
don't trust myself fully. He said it was stupid for me not to bring the cane because you can always just ditch it. You don't have to have it. But if you're going
That
for a
is
long
true.
walk, just bring it in case. He goes, because you don't want to start limping. You start limping and your brain remembers that limp.
Yeah.
That becomes, you remember fucking the AP guy.
Yeah.
Like I know he had a big problem, his limp, but that's a lifelong problem.
What?
Like he had polio,
Yeah.
right? Or whatever. I'm not saying he could have done anything about it, but he managed with that limp. I can look at the guy and say that he
RIP.
did not do a lot of physiotherapy for his leg.
Of course.
And so I don't know.
RIP, RIP, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit. Sorry.
That's why when you said lifelong thing, I was like,
Well, he didn't have to deal with it for much longer, though, so we can. Is that a good thing? That's a good thing. Maybe it drove him to the brink of the edge. I don't know, but like, so he just said, "Bring the cane for that."
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
But this is crazy. So I've done it this weekend. It just seems like so much. I have to do 15 reps of these. I've added a couple more, so like 9 or 10 different exercises that I do.
How
And
long
even-
does it take you?
So this is the crazy. For most of the time, it takes me almost fucking an hour and a half, bro. Like I am slow.
I mean, 15 exercises is a lot, though.
And so today I almost didn't do them, like because I came here early, and at my best of times I use this as an excuse not to do all the things that I should do for myself. I'm only cheating myself now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look at it, go fucking yeah, okay, go ahead, just go to Brian's.
Yeah.
Yeah, go buy yourself a fucking sausage McMuffin and just
And a
don't worry.
slushie.
Don't worry about it again, slushy. You know, it'll all be there, right? And then I'm thinking, fucking man, but what about the progress I've just done for these past 3 days? Like this is just 3 days with these exercises now. And yeah, time was a little bit of a factor. And I also know that I am not going to want to do them when I come home, right? Like it's just like it's my nature, right? Like I don't, and so I can maybe get myself out of that too. So I'm getting a new rhythm of getting up and doing all these exercises. The ones I did today, I was going to fuck off on them, and 2 of them have ankle weights that are downstairs that I have to sit downstairs on. The rest I have to like hold onto the counter, you know, or like those double bars, you know, when you see in physiotherapy when they're trying to teach you walk. I got to hold something to do like stand on one leg
Yep.
and do all these other like standing exercises and kick my legs out and stuff. So I flew by them today, except for the ones like exercise. So I did
Jeez.
them all in like 45 minutes today. And one of the new ones is like doing a bridge. So for the first time in Edge, like I go like on my hands and knees and get on the ground. I knew I could probably do something like that before, but I just didn't want to throw it. I'm going to do random push-ups or do fucking random sit-ups or whatever. So they said I can do these bridges now. So okay, I can go crawl around on the ground. So getting up and down off the ground is a thing on its own. But I can now do these bridges. So I was down there. I go, okay, that feels good. Let's throw a sit-up. Ugh. Like I haven't done a sit-up in like 10 weeks.
Did you do it?
Of course I did it, right? Like I did 5, you know what I mean? Like I felt it.
That's pretty good.
So now I do 8, and I'm going to do 9 tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow. Tomorrow's the weekend, but we'll see.
So, do you think you're gonna come back better now to work? I've been wanting to ask. I've been wanting to wait to see your progress. So now I want to ask, from your progress, from before your surgery, and then from your progress after your surgery, timeline wise, Do you think you're going to be better than when you were left, or you're going to be at the same?
I have a feeling. I would love to say better, and I think that's the way to go. I think my skepticism in myself.
No. Feel. How does it feel, Jay? Don't be a skeptic.
Well, because I know that I still haven't got on the scale. Like I still am not eating as like I'm trying to eat better, but I think I'm going to be fatter than I was when I went to work. Like left work.
Yeah,
but
so maneuverability, and I don't know if you'll be wanting to do. I don't know because you're going pretty quick. Will you be able to do ladders?
Yeah, no, I'm not coming back until I can do a ladder. So to be honest with you, I think I'm going to be stronger than I was before.
Yeah.
The problem for me, which it sounds like I waxed over a little bit, is that my legs were so weak before the surgery. Is now it's like somebody with stronger legs would be in a better position than me now. I'm doing exercises, just simple stuff that I should have done before to get my leg into better shape in the first place. Some of this stuff is not surgery related.
Yeah.
It's how weak my leg was in the first place. And so now I'm going to use this. Maybe the arthritis stopped me from exercising it in a certain way, or deterred me from doing it in that way, or it didn't give me the ability to get even better. Yeah, right? Like doing these marching steps and doing all these things. Like the pain in my hip was going to last before the pain in the muscles. So now I told you I do those sit down, like marching up ones. So now another one is like standing up and doing like a full standing marching in place. Doesn't seem like anything to do, but with my bad leg, like that just feels like it's ripping my muscles apart.
Oh God.
Like lifting it up, and it's so hard. But today when I did them, wasn't as bad. Right? Today, because I was like fucking determined to do them again before I leave, and I'm proud of myself for doing them when I could have quit. So I was at a point years ago where I would go up a ladder one step at a time. I could put all my weight on my right leg as I lifted my fucking fat body up to the next ladder. Like you can see me now, like stairs. Like before, it was like one at a time.
I didn't even see you went up so quick.
But now I use a cane. But so even just holding a railing, I can't go up the stairs one after the other without holding a railing. But I couldn't do it with even holding a railing before. So a ladder, when I was at my best working out, I could go up one at a time with my bad leg and go up. I couldn't do that when I was leaving. I think by the time I come back, I am going to be able to just like march up a ladder.
Crazy.
I am not going. I'm not going to be like fucking. Yeah, there's definitely potential to be way, way better than I was before, and I might even the weight part. Like, I rode the bike for the first time today or this week. I asked my physio because she said I can only go on the stand-up one. She said, since you're seeing the doctor this week, ask him and if I can go on the recumbent bike or whatever it's called. And he said, yeah, like go for it. So I did my thing, did all the things. Oh, fuck, oh, there's that bike. And I always said, like, why wouldn't I do that, right? And then go on it. So I hopped on it with no tension. I just did a mile. Took me, you know what I mean? Like not like, and so I was like, okay, I did. Like that's the beginning of that.
That's good.
And so I could find myself in a place where, yeah, like throwing it all together. I think even the more, the better I feel, the easier it's going to get to do.
Was the bike part of your original workout routine before?
Yeah, it was the only way I got cardio. I love the treadmill. It was way better cardio for me, but it was hurting too much. And our treadmill's broken now. But so the bike was really the only cardio that I've had, and I haven't used it for months now, like almost 2 months, or if not, probably 2 months now. So that was part of my routine. And even when I was sore using it, they said just use it with no tension, just getting the motion of stuff. Yeah. So I'm not looking to. I'm just looking to have that motion and then maybe use it as cardio as well. And then that's maybe the beginning of not being as fat as fuck as I would think I'm going to be when like I go back, because most of it is just food related, right? Like
next thing you know, you're doing Tour de France.
And then I'd have to go back on steroids. Then I have to tell you this fucking show that I've been watching, that one of the things was like steroids. Like, okay, like you brought into it. So you've exercised. Did you ever know kids that did steroids in high school?
I mean, suspected. Like one kid in high school, he was huge, and you suspected. But actually, Bhupinder at work had told me a story. Now, I don't know how true this is, but he said when he was in India, he took steroids. And he said he was getting injected. He said he was so big and stuff, and he could flick you off. He could flick you with one finger, just like that. I don't know how much of that I believe. Yeah, but you know that was his story. He said it messed his liver up so bad, so a whole bunch of shit. But yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I've never been interested in them. I take some of my asthma medication is steroid.
I've taken those, yeah.
And I already know that the side effects of them could be like bad enough. I've never really cared to look like whatever. Everyone wants to look jacked and be like that. But I guess I could be suspect of a couple people in high school and after school that I've known that have used steroids, but I've never lived in that bodybuilding gym mentality. Like this show, like showed how steroids get even into fucking America, right? The show is basically just America, like traffic, like stuff coming to the States. I'm sure it works around the world like that too, but like the people involved, like you're trusting you're not trusting doctors. Like these now it's on social media. Like these people, this one guy, the one like called Dr. Tony Huge, and he's like a fucking like
Is he huge?
He's huge. He's ripped. He's got these fucking systems. They show him injecting so much stuff into this kid doing a Mr. Olympia fucking contest. Like it's so gross and it's so fucking sketchy and it's so dangerous and it's such a manipulation of like I don't like people's egos. Like he thinks he's doing right. Like he's like never mind. Like he wants to meet these hanging out with people that want to be superhuman. And so they realize that you can only go so far by yourself.
Yeah.
And just adding some of this stuff gives you the ability to train better and recover better. Like there's a fine line because that's how it starts. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like I can see why steroids are used, like, or enhancements could be used so you can train better and recover better. Because these guys are just getting fucking my football, but it has nothing to do with that, but just got knocked out again last night. Like fucking these guys, their careers don't last long at all.
Yeah.
And they have to do what they can to recover and fucking and do these like do shit like that. But just to be a bodybuilder, just to fucking do that, like again, like I put shit in my body all the time, but like it's the worst fucking study of bathtub gin I've ever seen in my life. Like you see these guys getting injected, see these guys having parties. And they're getting all these things fucking like just brought in to fucking put in their body. Like it's crazy.
Terrible.
It's very gross and disgusting. And I always end up thinking that their bodies turn out gross anyway.
Yeah.
Like
does not look good to me.
They don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
But I've never lived in that world. Like I just didn't know how dangerous it was. But I like one of my shows I'm watching, this show Traffic, like shows how rampant it is. And now, not just brand now with social media, but ever since like social media, like this is how these guys get more clients. Like this guy fucking represents himself on like Dr. Tony Huge on fucking Instagram and with fucking chicks all by him with the cars and you know what I mean? Like, don't you want to be like this?
He's
like,
a drug dealer. Of course he has chicks in cars.
That's where he's, you know what I mean? Like it's fucking so expensive too.
Yeah.
And just like almost everything's coming from China. Like
that's
when they're
even worse.
Yeah. So they have to trust it. Because they get it like with like these compounds.
I don't even trust diecast cars from China.
Yeah, well, you've never thought in this way though. Like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like that's what I was going to get to. Like you're still killing it. Like you didn't want to have a shot today. You're fucking having one beer. Yeah. I'm guessing that you're still on schedule with the diet and the exercise all week. Oh, what happened? You were so gung ho. What happened?
So last week, we played this. Okay.
Oh man!
When I went to Darehurst, I am derailing you. When we went to Darehurst with Selena's mom and stuff, they introduced us to this card game called Wizard. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It is so freaking fun.
Okay.
It's so fun, right? So I love this game, and so ever since then, I've been trying. I said, when are they gonna come play Wizard? Because I don't know who else to freaking play Wizard with, right? You need 4 people. You can't play with 2. I think you need at least 3. And so they finally came over last weekend since then to play Wizard. Selena's mom's a big drinker and her mom's boyfriend's a big drinker. So it's like, okay, then we'll just have some drinks with them. So yeah, we had some drinks. Okay. We ordered Papa John's pizza. We had wings. We had garlic chicken nuts with marinara sauce. Like it was terrible. I ate like 5 slices, 4 slices. I had a New York style pizza, so it's so big and you can fold it and shit.
Greasy.
Oh my god.
Thin crust.
So yes, we're still on track because we didn't drink the next day.
Oh wow! I was going to say that's what I was going to say. So why is it disgusting? Because you just dive into it. Don't hate it.
I dived all the way.
Is it just like, is it regret that you're talking with now?
No, it was delicious.
So yeah,
there was nothing bad about it except that when you think about all the grease I was shoving down my body and
yeah. So what about when you don't think of that and you just do that all the time? Like I do that all the time, right? Like that's a bad place to be.
Yeah, it is.
Like so, I'm just saying, like you're already way there. I'm sure you're not beating yourself up too much for that one day type of thing. So that's good. Okay. So
yes,
you just
we're
had
still on
2 cheat.
track.
Well, why don't we just call that? Then you had 2 cheat days last week.
Did we?
Well, I don't know because isn't Friday your cheat day? You were going to have fucking China or Japanese food when I left.
Yeah, we did. We had Japanese.
That's not
food.
much. That's a boring cheat day.
That is. It was just like steamed vegetables.
rice.
Steamed. I didn't have rice. I had
You didn't
noodles.
even have rice, you fuck.
Noodles.
So aren't noodles just as bad as rice?
Yep. I had chicken, steamed vegetables, and noodles. So I mean, hey.
Okay, so all I was trying to get to is that you try really hard most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
So the idea of that. So right now you're getting older. You can't get rid of it's harder to get rid of.
Oh,
You say
man.
this and that. So what if say I can get you a shot that fucking my buddy at the gym it's going to help you burn fat more. It'll help you get on that treadmill.
Ozempic? Give it to me.
Yeah, see, so you would take that. You don't care about the
Absolutely.
side effect. You don't care about any of the side effects about that.
No, because there's side effects in eating greasy ass pizza, and I don't care about that. So I'm not going to care about the other side of it.
You think the side effects of eating grease. So that doesn't stop.
High cholesterol, you can get fat. There's so many side
Okay.
effects to eating bad, and nobody cares about that. But then when it comes to the side effect of it's drugs. It's still.
Yeah,
it's
but
all
you're right. What's the
manufactured.
difference?
There's no difference.
It's
Which
just a
one
different
can you
side
live
effect.
with? Yeah, which one can you live with?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. I guess it's that. I don't know who to believe on what the true. So the side effects of the bad food, I live
Yeah,
every
you
day.
can see it.
I don't know, but the side effects of Ozempic, I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
I don't really trust
Yeah.
fucking anything. Even my beloved, again, all over the place. My beloved Twitter is even fucking letting me down. Recently, I bought in full bore that there were fucking Haitians fucking ripping ducks' heads off in the fucking park in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
I don't it's the algorithm that comes to me. It thinks I'm the fucking biggest, whatever. Might have heard me say I might vote for Trump, and now all of a sudden I get all this fucking stuff. But it was just constant in my fucking feed, right? A lot and other shit, other crime stuff and all that. But just what the fuck? And I've never really paid attention to much of what's going on there or whatever, right? And I didn't take everything at full value, but I do hear, we talked about before, it's one of the places I kind of like to get news from.
Yep.
So I just thought, this is
too.
news. And I, in the same process, I heard when I think of immigration, I don't think of your mom or fucking my stepdad as a problem.
Yeah.
But when they talk caravans of people coming across the border or boats of fucking people coming or whatever, Australia fucking has no problem turning boats around.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. It's hi, how you got no compassion? It's no, we got rules, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so they just fucking turn them around. And it's yeah, I get it. I'm not on that boat. It's easy for me to say, yeah, turn that fucking boat around. I don't like how there's no compassion in that statement. I
True.
don't feel good about myself. I feel like I'm protecting all my goodies and don't want to fucking. I don't know really the total thoughts of that process. I don't think it's kind of what my instincts are to do, right? But I don't know if it's the right kind of thing to do. And I
That's-
can be.
That's how I feel about it.
What?
Turn the boats around.
All the time. No, this I'm here, you're not.
Well, you know that. Do you agree with the new immigration rules, how they're getting rid of people and stuff?
Well, so I don't know what those are. I was just going by the Haitian rules where apparently this town it's got 20,000 Haitians come from nowhere all of a
Yeah.
sudden, it's not it's that's fucking up the system. Right? They're getting government money, getting houses that you and I can't afford because we just work our jobs. And how do you fight that?
Yeah.
What's the purpose of that? And then when you hear in my Twitter news, it's just so they can get illegals to vote and they can vote Democrat because they're the ones who brought, it's just becomes this whole big mess.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that what Trudeau did with Indian immigration?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was too young to even pay attention to it. Or
no,
I was
this Trudeau.
this Trudeau. No, I
He's
don't
had,
I don't believe I see it as much as that.
They said he's had over his term over 1 million immigrants, which is the highest ever.
Yeah, so I think it's easy to slant it
Yeah,
as
for
wanting
sure.
for votes for them, right?
Yeah.
You also can say these are very conservative groups of people that are coming here.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be up for a lot of liberal ideas.
Yeah.
So they're not just going to vote for you because they brought you here. It's a fool's errand. So I do think we're in a position as a country to be compassionate and lots of space and lots of things like.
Yeah, if you move them to that space.
But that's the thing. I don't know how to make the system work properly.
Concentration, never mind.
Well, this as a young man, you just think of these things like just fucking fuck them all. Like I'm here now, fucking speak English, all that bullshit, right? And just like that's not the way to go. I
agree.
That's a hole that I can fall into in that fucking that line of thinking. So I just don't agree. Almost all my friends come from somewhere else, right? And so I don't want that to be a policy, like as a blanket thing. But I also want to protect. I don't know. Like I don't even know what I'm trying to protect, like the system or do whatever. I just don't know. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me like that the Trudeau would do something like that, whatever. But the next people, they're still going to do something like that too. They'll just be with a different country or a different set of people or just different thing. Like I don't care. I don't need people to just assimilate and make them all white toast fucking people like me. But just don't come here hating everything that we do here.
Yeah.
And like fucking trying to change everything that we do here.
Yeah.
Or like whatever it is. Like it's not whatever, like it's just.
Don't come here and eat pets, basically, you're saying.
So that's when something like that can happen. I guess I can believe it real easy. I can just believe fucking the Venezuelan gangs in Colorado.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I don't hear any more about it.
I'm trying to. So none of that's true?
I think some of it is, but I don't know. Like, yeah, exactly. Where's the news about it now?
Yeah, what the hell?
And so, but even stuff that the main news doesn't report on, and you see somewhere else, doesn't mean that it's not going on.
Yeah.
So all of this is just making me retreat more into fucking, I'm never going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, how do I know who to fucking vote for or anything if I really still don't know what's going on? And if I just click on one idea, I go, oh yeah, the trucker rally, fuck Trudeau, all that because of this, that. It's just like, nah, that's not my type of person. But I start thinking more of it. It's like, yeah, fuck. Yeah, they lied. They lied.ca. Like I fucking know they lied, but I don't care. What am I going to do if they asked for another fucking booster shot for some other fucking thing? Like Julie Chen couldn't host yesterday because she had COVID.
Oh, she has COVID?
But
That's what happened?
So they just go, oh, she's just got a mild set of COVID. Yeah, she'll be no problem next week and all that. 3 years ago, she was dead.
Yeah.
3 years ago, like the world shut down.
At least.
3 years ago, everything was fucking shut down. Now it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that, like, so whatever nefarious thing went on there. And
But
they
is
lied,
that because of the booster?
It might be. No, it's not. Because the COVID still, we just don't treat it as fucking, we treat it more now than we should have treated it then.
But you had COVID, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if I did. I never tested positive for sure. I thought I did. Like I stayed off for COVID.
Yeah.
But I had like a sore throat and all that. I never took a test.
I had COVID.
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, could I have gone to work? No, I wouldn't have been able to go to work.
Yeah, like you couldn't for a cold. Like
I would go for a cold,
but
for
you
sure.
shouldn't. Why? You can spread your fucking cold around to everybody else.
No, but I'm like saying physically, I don't think I would have been able to go to work when I had it.
Okay. I'm saying, but it was not a thing to shut the world down for.
No, because we don't shut the world down for.
That's where the nefarious
flu.
thing is.
Yeah.
And making us have shots. They're fighting on the fucking stage. Like, you can't make me, you can't, my body, my rules. Like, I can have abortion if I want, but you have to have this shot or you're fired.
Yeah.
Like, it's hypocrisy.
And it's hypocrisy the other way. You can't force me to have the shot. We don't need it. It's just a flu. And then they catch COVID and die.
Exactly.
Which happened many times, right?
But yeah, but it's people. I think there's more reports of people getting. Well, I don't know more. There's just as many there's a lot of reports out there of people getting complications from the fucking boosters.
Absolutely.
Young athletes fucking dropping off. Other things that people that just kind of get swept under the rug. Like those families think something has to do with it.
Or is it a case of it happened and now they just tie it to the booster? They just say, well, this guy was so healthy and now he had like LeBron James's son.
Exactly.
Right? Are they gonna say, oh look, it was because of the booster? What happened to what's that kid who out of college died on the basketball court?
There was something. There was soccer players and other things.
Yeah,
too.
there was no booster shots back then, and that kind of stuff still happened.
Yeah.
So how much of it is us just tying it to COVID? And how much of it was
I agree.
Just human. It's so and this is another thing where what you said earlier, and I'm regressing. Now I'm just never gonna know. So whatever, I don't care.
That's what. So, but so then now you're doing that. You're shrugging your shoulder. You're giving up.
I don't give a
and so that sucks.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. And so, I mean, I think I'll live my whole life like this. I don't think I'll ever really know. I think it was a fool to think that our parents knew that what was going on when they only had the 3 channels and they went going on.
Yep.
It's way less voices coming at us. And so I just like I said, it almost takes this hoax Like I said, so and then they have the debate, and then he fucking mentions the cats and dogs, and nobody's like, there's no collaboration of the story anymore, other than the same fucking MAGA people that are on my Twitter feed that are fucking promoting this fucking kind of idea.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck. I think I believe this way more than I do now.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Venezuelan Colorado. Like, fuck. Like, I was all ready to believe this, and now I'm not too sure. And you know what part it comes in? I'm like, these shows, I go to this. Like, it's kind of, like I said, it's hard for me to say, like if there wasn't in the Haiti one, but this Jamaica, they're talking about like these phone scams coming from Jamaica, and it's one of the, I know it's, you've never seen proof of it, but one of the main ports of the world where they do these phone scams from, because there was a lot of international call centers that were put in Jamaica. And like they show Montego Bay, and they show fucking the resorts, and they show like cocktails flowing, fucking like water skiing, parasailing, fucking everything like that. And then something that you never see, they pan the camera to the fucking other side of the wall, and it's like the most abject poverty you can imagine, right up against it. Like, the walls are meant to keep them out, not fucking to keep us like going, you know what I mean, off the resort. You've heard it. Well, people like me have heard it for the whole time. Like, don't ever leave the resort. Don't ever leave the resort. And you know why. But you just like, these aren't just people wanting to be criminals on the other side. This is not like the underworld of fucking underworlds, but they have no other resources. I'm not talking, it happens in Mexico and any other place like that. Like, they have no other resources. So they look to fucking scam fucking the system in whatever way they can. We call it the scam, they call it the game. And it's just like selling drugs. It's like, there's no victims if you fucking take too much drugs and die. I'm just going to sell them anyway. And there's a demand for it, and they go and they fight each other for the drug. But
there's no demand for scams.
This is where the demand comes. These lists, these client lists, these numbers of all these gringos in America, they are hard to come by. And so the gangs want those lists, and the people protect those lists. So like, it's just like, and people in the resorts, they'll fucking do this, and then they'll find other scams like from out of the resorts. All I'm saying is, it's all fun and games and pina coladas. Like Jamaica, I can't think of nothing but, you know what I mean? Like the white beach sands and all that. But then you see like how tough it is to fucking eke by any kind of living. You can't even be a fisherman because the fucking coastline's all taken over by fucking resorts or whatever. Like, it's not just easy to do anything like that. And so they see the rest of the world going on, and they just resort, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just, it happens all over the world. That's why like fucking India fucking scams, Israel scams, like the globalization of the world allows the world to like prey on us from anywhere. And just because we have it in this like the way we live, it's rare. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, is it 50-50? Is it 50-50 first world problems and 50-50 like the slums of fucking Haiti and Jamaica and Mexico, like the worst parts of it? I'm not comparing everybody like that. Like, Mexico's beautiful, but it's also got like abject poverty.
But so does Canada, and so does the States.
But not like them.
Look at Detroit. You know what I mean? Look at Baltimore. So like everywhere has it.
Yeah.
But it's just because it's foreign, I think that's what makes it's easier to present that it's obviously, no matter what, it's probably worse in some countries, right? But because it's foreign, it's easier to present that. Because like, I've been to Montego Bay many times, and it isn't that drastic as yeah, well, as I picture in Mexico. Like Montego Bay, for example, the whole city is basically touristy. You step outside of the resort and it's all touristy, right? You know, you can walk down to when I went to Jamaica last time, and last time we went was 2013. And we went to Montego. Did we stay in Montego Bay? We stayed in Montego Bay, and we walked out and just bought cell phone cards. Like, you just walk out, and it doesn't even matter. It's not like as drastic. But at the same time, we were going to Selena was with me. We were going to our hotel room, and we had a fence right by the entrance, the side entrance of that building, and there was kids there putting their hands through for food.
Yeah.
But you don't see that when you go out. And my family's from the farming, like the country part of Jamaica. That's like a 4-hour drive. That's a 4-hour drive from Montego Bay to go see that type of poverty. I also have family in Jamaica who live in gated communities, and stuff like that. So it's like it's not. I think they present it in a way to make it worse than what it is.
I think they are. They're a TV show, but
for sure,
the same show like showed parts in different things we're talking about, like in the pimping show, like it's like now, because it's not just pimping. Now you're human trafficking, right? And they show like they're going to fucking the bad parts of fucking Oakland.
Yeah.
And the bad part, like I've always said, like they forgot about it.
Is
all
it that
kinds.
bad? Like you've drove through some
Oh
of
my
these
god,
cities,
it's
right?
like it's fucking like it changes at night. Like you do not you feel a certain way when you drive in Detroit at night.
Yeah.
Not right downtown, but downtown is empty. Like we stay right by the stadium when we stay in Detroit. Now you don't know where the fucking wrong turn is.
Jeez.
And
It's like that?
You just because they abandon it. Like the Baltimore's and the Oaklands and the fucking and even Tampa Bay. Clearwater and Tampa Bay are two fucking total different fucking places.
God.
Tampa Bay's got fucking hockey teams, football teams, fucking looks great, fucking great. Turn around that corner and it's fucking cars are on fire, man. Like it's just
Jesus.
abandoned, like totally abandoned until they want to gentrify it, until they want to fucking pay attention. That's the insane part. Is like you can see it's willfully neglected, right? Like they know crime's going on. Like say with the prostitution one, the whole fucking strip, all these like prostitutes, like they can't stop it.
What street is this?
But you like they're not just going to these countries to show it. Like in that same one with the scams and they're showing the Jamaica one, they're just showing like this is one way for people to make money. That's all they think of it as.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
looking at it, these poor victims, and yeah, they shouldn't do it and all that, but they're just coming on. She's trying to show you sympathy for the people on why this problem happened.
No sympathy.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
the bigger place is Israel, and their whole fucking downtown strip, like half the fucking buildings are just full of these fucking scam places, and they do it on a financial fucking like a whole different level, like a investment type of fucking problem, and they're fucking. He's on his huge yacht. Like it's the opposite, you know what I mean? Like they're showing the Jamaicans they're not the problem here, you know what I mean? Or places like that, like they're like whatever. They're just doing it to fucking put food in their money for real. These guys are raking in hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And everything is actually run by other cartel. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like it's
yeah,
not
like-
just a local.
like mob type.
Yeah, it's all mob, whatever the
Yeah.
mobs are in Jamaica. Like it's not, everything looks like a mom and pop organization, but it's not. Like everything is
Yep.
massive.
It's like I was telling you before, like me and Selena watch these, like there's like these two guys on YouTube we watch. One's a hacker and he hacks into call centers and he hacks into their cameras and stuff and he finds
you
their
told me.
buildings and all this kind of stuff. And these guys are operating on like a huge scale. They have like a 9-to-5 job. They have like a whole company structure, like supervisors, managers, all this kind of stuff. And it's just going like that. And it's crazy to see the scale of it when I remember this one call center, he said it had hundreds of employees. Like hundreds, they had employee of the month and all this kind of stuff. Like it's crazy. And then there's this other guy who he does it more as a joke. Like he puts his number to get scammed,
Yeah.
and then he talks to them and just wastes like tens of hours of their time just talking about messing with them. They say go get gift cards and all that kind of stuff, and he's just wasting all their time. And it's just crazy, like how much of a business scamming is.
They said it is. You don't realize it. They said it almost always just comes down to lonely old people.
Yep.
Like just people that just want to talk.
Yeah.
Like these people just say fucking, it's the same way with the fucking pimp guys. Just say they pick on the fucking the middle kid who gets no attention, who's
Yeah.
fucking like who thinks they're ugly. It's like, no, you're way prettier than your sister.
Yeah.
And they only get that from me. And so they want to hang out with me, and then they fucking. So the same thing, they fucking call, say, yeah, you whatever it is. They keep these old people on the hook, and they just like they don't have anybody to talk to. Like I love talking. Like am I going to be one of these people that are just jonesing for? I never answer my phone, so I doubt it. And I keep the fucking sick kids hospital. I kick them from my front door. Like I'm not going to be one of these people. But you're right. She went to apply for one of these jobs in Israel. Like
Oh,
she says,
shit.
yeah, my husband's here moving. I'm moving like this. Like I got no financial things, but I've been in sales. Like I used to have a wealthy clientele list. I sell rugs and other things like that. And so, but is it a problem that I have no financial? She goes, no. Nobody. Wait, our fucking focus is sales, right? And he's like, we just want them to give money. It's like whatever it is, this and that. Just don't. And you could see how, you know what I mean? Like a person gets a job like that, not even knowing what it is as they get that job. They can take it or leave it, but once you
Yeah.
start getting easy money,
Yeah.
right? Then yeah, but you're just like an employee. She was just applying for a job. She had a supervisor come in and another person. And
Like that's crazy.
yeah, man, it's really fucking
We're
crazy.
in the wrong business.
No, I mean,
I mean, we're in the morally right business.
Yeah, but you could pick lots of morally right businesses. So what are you saying? You should have done something morally wrong?
Yes, I should have been a drug dealer, like a freaking scam call center owner.
So most of them feel a little guilty sometimes.
Why?
Like most of them, because they don't think they're making an honest living. Like this is part of the camera. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how long you could go and think you have an intact soul.
No, you probably eventually, like after a couple of
Trips around the
scamming
world on your yacht?
Yeah, you'd be like, shit, man, that lady gave all her life savings. Get the helicopter ready.
Because they do. So one person, they call the cops on the person sending the money to fucking get them to stop.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how. That's probably 1 in a million times they say that. She said
crazy.
to the guy when they're on the yacht in Israel, it's like, what do you think of Joe the mechanic who saved all of his money? Like, not all these people are like sitting on lots of money. We're saying all the money he goes, Joe the mechanic should have investigated our website a little bit more. And it's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like that's blaming the victim in a way,
Yeah.
but that's how they justify what they do. They just think like all the money's out there. Like they're not doing it for any kind of.
You know, my honest opinion is I have no sympathy for scammers, to be honest.
Like the people getting scammed.
No, people scamming.
Yeah, I
have no sympathy. I think tricking people out of things is the worst.
Because it's not even as honorable as being a drug dealer.
Exactly. Like drug dealer, you're not forcing people to buy your stuff. You're saying you're trying to get the best product to get the best money for what people who buy it. It's just like anything else in what is it?
It's capitalism,
right? But scamming is not. That's tricking people into giving up their money, and that to me, I don't know. I'm not into tricking people.
So
like
that's
that.
why I've always said they should have a crack store. Because it's the demand.
Yeah, I remember.
Right? Like
that's episode
1, 2?
40. No, 46.
Dare you?
Does that sound like I have no idea?
We're going to go fucking back. I don't even know if episode 46 is out there still. I think it's fucking washed away by time. Because, yeah, like when it comes to other parts of the show, the same chick, she followed the fentanyl fucking pipeline of them making fentanyl in fucking Mexico and fucking getting the cursors from fucking like the shit to make it from China. Just a boat throwing barrels into the fucking ocean.
That's nice.
Another boat picking them up, giving them to another boat, and gets access to these fucking situations. Their next step is to stop getting the chemicals from China and just having the precursors in Mexico themselves.
Yeah,
because that's one of their biggest costs. But you know what they all don't do now? Weed.
There's no money in it.
Why?
It's
legal,
but it's pretty. Yeah.
No, it's not even fucking close.
Yeah, but
fentanyl is even a bigger game changer than cocaine because cocaine can come from lots of other places.
Yeah, no,
it's synthetics because they can make it in basements.
Yeah,
they don't need the sunshine. They don't need fucking lots of other things.
There was never any money in weed though.
There was for quite a long time.
Unless you do massive amounts.
There was. You can't. I mean, we're looking at.
I sold weed in high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I think about it, like, oh yeah, you sell weed, okay. Oh yeah, I made $100 this week. That's not money, man.
Because you're the fucking low man on the fucking pole.
I know. That's why I said.
You don't think there was
it's massive amounts?
You don't think that China get way like whatever?
Yeah,
fucking 15 years ago,
tons.
Houses in fucking every neighborhood that were just fucking pot houses.
Yeah, tons. If you're talking about tons, sure.
Yeah, so but they have to give it to somebody else. Same thing with counterfeiting money. That was the other one I fucking watched.
But I could make money on crack in not even tons at all.
You wouldn't even know where to go right now to fucking start selling crack.
Oh, come on, Jay.
You might. Okay, that's fine. But you wouldn't like you would be such an outsider. You would be fucking
Come on, Jay.
You would be taken out by other people. Like you can't sell crack here. This is where I sell crack.
Come on, Jay.
That's fine. I
don't want to put up my business.
You should listen to me and put up there that of course I don't know where to sell crack.
No, I have no idea.
We drove down. So we went fucking last week when we went to Etobicoke somewhere, and this is so local, I'll try to be fast. And we went down by Eglinton and Martin Grove.
Yep.
Do you know that area?
Yep.
Do you know the three buildings, that fucking circle? That was called the drive-through since you were born.
Seriously?
I was getting scammed for buying weed and fucking anything else you wanted in that little fucking courtyard. Those buildings haven't changed for fucking ever. I can't imagine how sketchy that neighborhood is right now.
Maybe it's gentrified.
They're trying to gentrify it. You see these big buildings like kind of beside it or whatever. But what hasn't gentrified is that 3 building fucking circle that has been there for
it
fucking.
makes too much money.
I don't know. Like that's another thing, right? Like who's ultimately making the fucking money off of all this stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what like the cartel is like. Yeah, like they don't even do heroin anymore. It's fentanyl, right?
Yep,
Like everything they mix the
fentanyl's what
fentanyl
it
with all
is.
this stuff. Like it's fentanyl. People. So I'm so out of that world. But I don't even know how you legalize that part. You really won't. You won't be able to do that. But they
Well,
strive.
isn't it technically legal, prescription wise?
No, I don't think it's even that easy to. Like maybe it's a controlled substance. So
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just saying the harder. That's why it's not. I don't have any solutions to these problems.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but I just know that it's not so much guns and weed like it was however many years ago.
Yeah.
And it's not just so much straight cocaine from like Colombia.
Yeah.
It's these fucking synthetic drugs that you really don't know what it is.
Diversity, man. Diversify.
It's actually
your
why I didn't like
business.
doing ecstasy
Oh, I
back in the
loved
day,
ecstasy.
because I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like
well.
it's some fucking chump fucking just put this together.
Well, what's gluten, Jay?
That's something that's a product of food.
But you don't know what it is.
Yeah, but it's in the
Why is it
beautiful.
bad to have
It's
it?
in the beautiful pizza. I can show you a South Park episode that fucking tells you what it is and why it's about it. It's just gluten. It's okay. You eat it. No, I'm not gonna eat it. Yeah, though that's why people are fucking freaking out about gluten.
Yeah.
People think gluten is the fucking devil.
I mean, sugar is probably the devil in
And
food.
that's the I've said that along episode 42. Is that you realize the sugar game is the one that won it all.
Yep.
Right? Like it's that big barrel of sugar in fucking Bulk Barn, it might as well be as dangerous as cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like because
Yeah.
it fucking fucks up your body in just different ways, and nobody gives a fuck about it. Nobody cares how much you put into your body about it. All these other regulations, I can make myself fat all these months I'm going to be off work because I can't stop putting sugar into my body.
Because it's delicious.
It's my problem. Yeah, I see, right? Like I get it, but that's what I mean. That's why nobody stopped the sugar store, so don't stop the fucking crack store. Don't stop the fentanyl store.
Yeah.
If they had that stuff, these cartels wouldn't fucking
No,
exist
they would
as long
find
as they
something
do.
else. They'd
Like what?
find some. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
I know.
It's funny because I always when I watch like cartel stuff and then like they shut down like a trafficking line or something like that, and I'm like, so wait a minute, these guys put the drugs into watermelons and then put the watermelons on a boat and then they put it on a truck and they get this guy to make sure it gets past the border at this time and all this stuff and they shut that down. There's no way they can figure something else out, and then they do.
I hear you. I mean, but like that's what the money's it's so fucking full.
So we're in the wrong business. We need to be in the cartel.
Yeah, but I don't. We probably. Well, you've got a few more
Then
years
we'll
than you.
be outside.
My age, I think I'd be dead by now. Like, I don't think there's any fucking retirement homes for fucking the in the cartel business.
That is, yeah, it's called jail.
Yeah, and I don't want any fucking part of that.
Yeah.
I don't fucking want part. This is like not as the same whatever. This is a little totally different. I was talking with. So I've been dealing with my infection and whatever. I always think have it the worst than anybody else does. And I was thinking about a little bit about like your mom when she moved to where it is. That I was talking with a friend whose dad lives a bit in the sticks, like in Peterborough area or whatever. And he was having some problems. And he went to the hospital and they kind of misdiagnosed him a couple times. And he has like colon cancer and like other issues. And he had to they sent him home and then he had to go back and he sent him home and go back. And I feel for him. I feel bad. And I'm grateful for all the doctors that I've had like working on me and helping me here. Right. But the worst thing I say about it is just like, I don't know what kind of, fucking quality of healthcare provider you're getting in Peterborough.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying they're not trying, but they don't have the kind of same facilities that we do in the city, like right here, like that. Like how far is your mom like from a good hospital?
I don't know. I remember I was there when I was there. I think it was last time or the time before. We were sitting in our backyard, and we were there, and I seen an orange helicopter, and I said, "Geez." I said, "That's what you guys have to do to get to the hospital." Like, you need. She's like, "No, the hospital is just down there." I said, "What's just down there?" She's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I'm just like, "No, man, like that's too far."
So I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that's like probably good. Like, you know, what else could you expect? But what could you even get done there?
I mean, she's very close to Barrie, so.
True, and that's great. I'm not trying to like scare you or whatever. It's just like I don't think
I'm
I'm
not please.
no.
Scared.
well, like this, because these situations, like my friend's dad, like I don't know what else could have happened, but if they, like it just, they're frustrated with the system. And
Yeah.
they're frustrated that they didn't get the best care they could have had right away.
Well, Celine, the lady who does Kai's hair, right? Her dad died because he lives far out in the country and they didn't get an ambulance to him in time.
Yeah, that scares like listen to that story and then the stories that fucking I was just listening to. Like, I'm not like I'm about, but I think I'm never going to be that far from fucking like Oakville Hospital anymore.
Forget that.
Like I've never been like dreaming of living in the country or doing that, but everybody kind of wants that. I'm already sick of cutting the grass I have. Never mind cutting fucking more grass.
Well, you could just be there with your joint, freaking driving a riding lawnmower.
Or I could be there with my joint driving Gran Turismo, fucking
that's
inside.
true,
Like, what are you
that's
fucking
true.
kidding me? I could even get the lawnmower video game if I fucking wanted to.
That's true.
It's
That
fucking
is
the last
true.
thing I'd ever fucking do. No, I could. Instead of working on the lawn, I could be on the bike working on myself. Like, I'm not wasting that energy on that shit.
Yeah.
But I realized like how fortunate everything, like even about my situation, about having that IV pump. I didn't try to complain about it because other people would be in the hospital. Telling a friend about like Tammy talked to somebody and saying another friend of ours had knee surgery and their infection ended up being septic and they had like 2 other operations they had to have and like weeks in the hospital because of it. And I'm like, fucking like, how much of that is because she was in Georgetown? You know what I mean? Like, not because it's the worst place. Like, it's the fucking first world hospital. You know what I mean? Like, compared to, but it's like, man, I go to that Oakville hospital and it's fucking like, if I was my handsome doctor and fucking what, like, this is where I would want to work.
Yeah.
Like, if you're like the best of the best, or like, this is where you're going to get more, where all the best equipment is, where the whole system is just set up to run, like, to take care of all these people.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, fuck, why would you purposely remove yourself from that system? I'm going to be conscious of that anytime I make a decision of where I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that
move.
makes sense. You want to be close to a hospital. Like, I imagine that's why a lot of people stay close into Toronto because you have the Sunnybrooks, you have the all those hospitals, the sick kids, you have the hospitals that actually are renowned. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, that's got to be. Yeah, I've never thought of it as a point of a reason to
Yeah.
fucking pick where you live.
Neither have I, but now I will.
Yeah, it's like,
Because Milton Hospital is not that bad. It's convenient. Convenient. A lot of times you get, if it's more serious or something more crazy, you get shipped off to Oakville. They're all Halton, so it's all the same shit. But it's convenient to be there, but it's not the same level of.
and that's fucking brand spanking. Like, it was a small little thing for
And
so
they had
long,
the expansion, yeah.
and now it's got this huge expansion.
They're gonna have to expand because the city's expanding.
But that's why they made it that big in the first place.
And they have to get bigger.
No, because they're fine with just fucking sending people to other places. Like, I don't know if they're going to be set to expand anytime soon. But I've realized that I've always lived to a good hospital.
Yeah.
Like, when I was a kid, I lived fucking close to Mississauga Hospital. When I was a teenager kid, I lived right by when they built Credit Valley Hospital. So brand new. I remember like using these. I take for granted like hospitals aren't always brand new and fucking shiny and full of all the best
Yeah.
stuff, right? Like,
I mean, it doesn't always work. I lived by Brampton Hospital, and that hospital is terrible. It's
her dad had a
brand new.
stroke and drove all the way back to Milton, so he didn't
Oh,
have to go to fucking
man.
Brampton Hospital.
It's brand new. It looks really nice, but
That's true.
that service is terrible.
So we all have our reasons why we think that.
No, it's terrible.
No, I'm getting it. I was just saying, but that's because it's a Brampton problem.
I
don't know why. I don't think it's just because it's a random hospital
Well,
problem.
Peel has some good health care.
I've-
Oh yeah, you said
Credit Valley has
Brampton. You
never
didn't
done
say
wrong to
Peel.
me.
You didn't say Peel. You said Brampton.
I said Brampton.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's not a Peel problem.
Brampton has 2 hospitals.
And one of them is almost, not new, but new, like not
One
new
is
now.
really new.
Like,
well,
one's like
new-ish.
15-ish years old.
And then
10-ish
the
years
other
old.
one's like 50-ish years old.
Yeah.
God, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so-
would. Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's an old thought. Yeah, see, so you wouldn't even fucking do it. Like I
No.
said, I wouldn't hesitate the amount of care that this Oakville one has gotten. Even like I said, being in this Milton. So
Brampton's closer. Take me to Toronto. That's like an hour difference. Take me to Toronto.
I'm sure they've heard that more than once. So yeah. So I mean, like I said, these are the things that I think about now when I got like time on my hands, or these are like old people thoughts.
Are you? Do you like being alone with your thoughts for days?
You know what? I don't mind it.
You're not getting bored yet? I
Like
asked
me?
you last week.
Yeah, no, like nothing's changed since that week. If anything, the better I start feeling physically, the better I feel like having this time to myself. Like before, like if I try to do like a timeline of it, like the first 2 weeks were so unenjoyable because I had the fucking ice machine on. I was in all the pain. I was in like as much discomfort as you could be. I was like a helpless little baby. I needed everything fucking taken care of for me for almost. And then you kind of come out of that and you feel still weak and you can't fucking do much more, right? And you still kind of feel a little helpless, but I kind of like a little bit more freedom to do more things I wanted to or do whatever. But it's not that. I'm still just doing nothing. But my thoughts now are going to what, like I said now, like doing more exercises, doing more recoveries, like seeing less, focusing on what's happening to me and more just like, yeah, what is going on with these Jamaican scams or what is going on with like just more time to fucking just randomly think about bullshit and just ultimately relax for the fucking first time in ever.
In a long time. I think that's good. You need those resets before you get back to work in October.
Yeah, it probably won't be October, but like so I went to the doctor today. So I'm going to see him in 6 weeks, which would be October 23rd. So that'll be when I'm going to go all the way. I've got to do some other shit with my EI, but I'm going to straighten out soon from my work when I'll be coming back. And what I'm going to tell them is basically that.
Don't tell them shit. Say I'm taking an extra 2 weeks and that's it. Jay, are you serious? How did it go from 2 to 3?
Because I started thinking about all these fucking people going to India for fucking 5 months. Oh. Why should I feel guilty?
No, don't
feel
guilty.
I have fucking the vacation.
Fuck it.
I'm already off. I'm not. So I feel guilty because I know I could probably come back. You know what I mean? Like even now, I could, like I said, I'm in just as much pain as I was a little bit before. I can muddle through, but it's not going to help me with my recovery. And I'm already out of the fucking system, and I don't want to go back right now. But it's all because we want to go away after this is done.
No, do it
and
all.
so I'm gonna.
You go away around that time anyways.
Yeah. So and I'm not denying her that or me that. And so something with the unemployment thing like ends in like September 28th or something, right at the end of September. So I think I have to get something either from I got to talk to the unemployment office and see what I have to get.
You talked to your doctor today?
To extend. I saw him this week. Whatever I need, they're going to get like for me. He's going to see me in 6 weeks. I asked him, I go, when can I start driving? He goes, whenever you he goes, we kind of leave it up to you. He said, after 4 weeks, we like leave it up to you. And now it's been like 7. So he goes, so whenever I just he goes, yeah, just like ease your way into it, but that's on you. We don't have a 100% date. There's not a test that I have to do to get to drive again.
Mm-hmm.
I go, well, what about like work? I go, like, I got a physical job. Like, I don't know when I should he goes, nobody knows your job better than you. He said, we leave it up to you whenever you kind of feel, like whenever you go, like, that's totally on you. So I said, yeah, like the unemployment kind of end. I said, I don't want to say any of this sounding lazy because, hang on the lazy part of it. But I said, I don't want to, I don't know if it ends and I need to do something further with my doctor or my work. He goes, whatever you need, just call my office. Like we'll like sign whatever forms or give you whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I need something from work as well. So one case scenario is that I contact the office and they say, yeah, we just need a doctor's note saying that you're going to be off until now. I would imagine until I see him again on October 23rd. And then he's going to assess me and say, okay, boom, you can go. So say that all goes through clear without having to talk to work, then I'll email Mo and I'll just tell him what's going on and say, when this, because he always said I can use my vacation instead of being on EI. So I'm going to go on unemployment till that week. And then I'm going to take 3 weeks. Like I said, I should have like 3.5 weeks of vacation left. So I'm going to take 3 weeks. I was just only going to take 2. Tammy convinced me that I should take a week on after this.
So are you going to go away for 3 weeks?
I'm going to go to Florida for 2 weeks.
Oh, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're just going to take.
She says I should take she's a little worried about being in the car for fucking like the
So you're going to take the extra week after you come back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we're going to do half the amount of stuff in Disney. Like it's a lot of walking, a lot of fucking get a wheelchair if I had to, but we're going to do like less. It's just to fucking chill and get away from it all and like be in the nice house and do
shopping. Are you going to go to the same house?
We'll be in the same neighborhood. I love that gated community. I love me and my gated communities. But we don't go wrong there. It's real close to Disney. So we actually tried to get one of the houses that we had on one of our last trips, but it was booked. So there's nothing but houses, like in that neighborhood and other neighborhoods. But I actually don't want to get scammed off of fucking somebody's, showing a fucking nice, beautiful house and it's just not there. Or it's not kept up as much as you would want.
At least you found a community that
Yeah.
is nice. Like that was my issue when I went to Vancouver the first time, and I was like, okay, I got this condo, and like I always told myself, if I go back, I'm going back to that same condo, and or at least that same building, right? And then when I was going for my bachelor party with my cousins, I was trying to go to that same condo, but then I was like, I spent most of my time downtown. There was like a train right away, but I'm like, fuck, like I don't want to freaking get this place, and next thing I know it's trash, and like the area is terrible, and they say I have like 2 bedrooms, because like Airbnb we did it on, they'll say you have sleeps 5, and then there's like 2 beds, and you can it's like where does it sleep 5? But so like I know this is
I'm a little worried about that. So actually, that's one of the reasons why we use something called Verbo instead of Airbnb.
Yeah,
because you've even seen those ads when Verbo's attacking Airbnb. They go, you'll never have to worry about the host staying in your apartment.
Yeah,
like that's important. What are you talking about? How's that a problem?
Yeah, they only do empty ones.
And that's like, fuck me, that's great. So no, this is a family vacation area. You know what I mean? People are taking their kids and family to the Disney World, so we're like staying in a place that's way bigger than we need. And so like. We've stayed in this place the last fucking at least 4, maybe 5 times because of that reason. We know exactly what we're getting. One time we got a place that was last time I can think of was getting a place outside there. It was a decent enough house, and it was a decent enough working class neighborhood. It wasn't sketchy. It wasn't anything like that, but it wasn't like as non-sketch as the gated community.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't like when we ordered packages and all that. We were more worried about stuff getting taken off of our ports there because she uses that as an area to like get shipped for free that she can't get shipped here, from the States. So it's not just shopping in America, like in Florida. It's like the actual.
Oh, so that's what she does. She shops to the where you guys are there.
What?
Is that what she does?
We shop in America when we're there. Like she loves shopping, but she'll also like get a lot of shit shipped to us there too.
Let me do some. When are you guys going?
Oh,
let me do some freaking ordering, man.
1,000%. We already have this thing called cross border we use anyway.
Oh yes, I need to. Somebody asked me about how they can ship stuff from the States. I'm like, let me talk to Jay.
Yeah, it's called cross border. I think it's just called crossborder.com. Okay. It's just like a thing in there. I don't know where their offices are, but one's like in Mississauga.
Yeah,
and you just like you have your ID, whatever you pay. You still have to pay a certain amount of duty and delivery charge.
Yeah,
but so just say you're fucking ordering a fucking Lego piece, but it's only like an American, like a Target exclusive or something, and you try to get it shipped to Canada, it's an extra $75 with all the like tariffs and all that shit. Some stuff isn't, but some stuff is. So then you get that shipped to this place in the States with no shipping charge, but then you have to pay a little bit more for them to do it.
I should have done that with like the Pixel Fold last year, 2 years ago.
That's the perfect thing to use.
I should have just got it with that. And like when this Pixel came out, our buddy K, I call him Mr. K now, he was showing me like in the States they had deals that like you can trade in a phone. You would get, Best Buy had this like crazy deal online where you could basically get the phone for almost free, but it was only in the States.
Yeah.
And they were actually actively trying to not deliver to outside of the States.
Yeah, they do that.
I'm like, I should have just freaking done that.
Yeah, I don't know how, like some stuff I don't know how like it would work. You know what I mean? Like buying a phone. But it should still be the same.
Yeah.
But if you could just walk into a Best Buy and buy that phone and bring it across the border, like then it's probably
the best way.
Still way to do it. The fact is that
I don't have to.
No. But when she's there, it's just certain things that she knows that she can just get. Most of it's like kind of clothes that you can buy online that it'll just cost a lot more to get shipped here. That like the stores just don't exist in Canada.
Yeah.
So they have like some stuff that comes across the border, no problem. So she'll have some stuff in mind that she was wanting to order through this border place that she'll just wait till she's over there and just get. So yeah, like there's more packages coming to our house on vacation than there are when we're at home. Oh, she's a fucking shopper. Let me tell you.
I'm gonna get a list together.
When we're going, if you have a list of American things you want, even if it's bullshit American cereal, it's like, you know what, fucking, I want fucking Frankenberries. I haven't had them forever, whatever it is. We'll fucking gladly bring it because we'll be there.
Nice.
So what was I gonna say? So yeah, it feels good to not have to worry about how I'm recovering. And now it's just more of like just doing the exercises and doing all that stuff and like diving into it. So I can just feel free to like just have my thoughts and not worry about other things.
So Jay's not coming back till December.
It's funny. Fucking,
Just
I don't.
in
Were you
time
part of
to
that?
do- I was. The Tariq group. The
Yeah,
message,
I realized that it was a group one. That he
I
sent
just looked at it as like, "Pff, I already did this joke.
Well, I just didn't. I was like, I don't. I was in the mindset of not wanting to share at all.
No. I was like,
Not
yeah.
like, and I didn't even. I realized later that this is a thread. This is like a group fucking text.
Yeah.
It's not because he's got his racist tweets in his other one. I think he sent some more racist ones just to me, not to the group one. But he's not afraid of sending them into the group
no,
one either.
He's not. He's not.
So yeah, I don't. I just didn't want. There's nothing he can do with that information.
No.
So I don't care. I really
Nah.
like. I'm way overthinking it when it comes to that. When the other things, like you're talking about, probably before the show, is it's like I don't miss that part of him, but none of that like
It's not here now. I think he's somewhat genuine.
with me.
Yeah, with the
Yeah, no,
like when
I
you're
fully
off
agree.
and he asks about like family and stuff.
No, I
like,
fully agree.
Yeah,
No, it's not there. He's just itching at the chance to fucking troll you at any second.
yeah.
Or whatever. It's not that. It's, you know what? It's a shame. Whatever. It's not. It's just the fact of how you deal with somebody like that. You just don't share everything.
Exactly.
You don't, and that's just like, okay, well, this friendship is kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now I'm just like whatever, right? Like I have to stop myself. Should I really share this guy? Like that's the ultimate non-friend fucking gesture. And that's just bullshit. But then that's just like, it doesn't have to be as important as I'm making it. But when it comes to like a work-related fucking friend in that situation. Nice. So yeah. So like it's just getting a little bit more freedom for myself, even though I'm not going anywhere with it.
Yeah.
Thinking of future things like this. So I think by the end of next week, I might have a better idea of when 100% I'll be going. And if I have booked my vacation, I almost want to say permission to use my vacation. I don't know how else to fucking say it, but
You know.
I know it's not like that. And it's also all through email, and I've been talking with them before. So I say it's more of a guilt feeling like, oh, I guess I could be trying a little bit hard or whatever it is. I don't know, right? I'm not you going to work on a Friday,
Yeah,
giving it all my
baby.
fucking guts and just, showing up like a big company man that you are. I'm away from that, but
It's funny. I told Nicole, I'm like, yeah, I'm coming on Friday. I told her earlier this week. She's like, "Pff, yeah, right. And I'm like, I'm coming. She's like, okay. Nobody believed me. And then when I sent the list for overtime, my name's on it. They're like, you really coming in? What's wrong with you?
so you didn't really fully explain to me. I just thought like for money, but you said you just like kind of want to see what it's like. Like what? I don't get that.
I don't know.
You know what? You know what it's like.
What it's like. I want to see what the Friday. But I'm mostly concerned about my shift. Like I had stopped overtime because they weren't being productive and stuff like that. So I'm just it's gonna be easy money for sure. 8-hour
Yeah,
shift
I
is
get
gonna
it.
be nothing. It's gonna be a blink.
Are you doing it so you can be like Mr. Important, like kind of walking over, like,
No.
I'm here now, motherfucker.
I'm going to go. I already have planned.
Or you
I
stand
saved
up for them.
myself a body. I saved myself a body yesterday that I'm gonna do today.
Interesting.
Like I get to weld. I get to actually freaking. I told Booby just to leave me the fuck alone. Just let me go do my thing. You can do your thing. You can go be Mr. Boss. I get to put up a body, a nice aluminum, simple body, and just that's gonna be nice.
That's like the day. That's what,
Back like
that's
the
what I'm gonna get
days,
to be
man.
this.
Holy.
So yeah, does Booby feel a certain way because now you're stepping on his boss? Is he like,
No.
I'm the boss of Friday. You
No,
can't come.
He told me tomorrow our shift starts at 2. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Yeah, you are starting earlier than I thought you
I'm
were.
like, no, I saw it start at 2:30. He's like, no, you have to come. We have to set up. Please, we have to set up. I'm just like, fuck, man. All right, we'll do 2. All good.
Well, listen, but you also said you're probably only going to do it once.
That's
so
it.
I don't understand that.
That's it.
I know.
It'll
No,
be a
actually, I know
nice-
why now because the basketball.
It was basketball. It'll be a good, like this week, I already do an hour of overtime because I start earlier every day.
Yeah.
Right? And then we had freaking 5S this week. So that's another 3 hours. And then I'm going to add another 8 hours. So, hey, that's got to do something to the paycheck.
It does. It doesn't take anything away. It just doesn't give you fucking time.
Yeah.
It doesn't give 10 times fucking what it should
Oh,
be.
absolutely not.
But
Right.
it's you don't do it for that. You're doing it for the fact you get to go and weld the fucking truck all by yourself.
Well, everything, there's not really a negative about it other than I just won't be here, which might even stop me from feeling like I want to drink.
You won't come home and have a drink. You could be home at like a decent hour,
I'm
even
going to be home at 10:30, so
decent hour.
yeah, so
Come go buy the Circle K. Go get you and the wife a slushy.
slushy, no drinking this weekend.
Boo! Oh, only when people come with fucking games,
Only on special, yes, games.
game nights.
Special occasions.
So you're not going to do it next week because I want to hear. I won't hear about it because it'll be after the show. The kid starts basketball next week, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
perfect reason to not like. It's going to be fun. Just your luck. You're going to really enjoy that extra money and that extra time, and then Cyrus basketball is going to come, and you're not going to be able to do it.
Yep. That's all good.
You can't ever take not being there back. Like, so you have to go.
I hope
You
I hope he enjoys it, you know.
I wonder how fast he'll pick it up like soccer. Like, I don't know. I think basketball is probably harder to pick up than soccer.
Probably, but he's been in the basement practicing all the time. So
Is that loud? The bang, 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 the bouncing on it's only when you're not here.
a little bit, but no. On the weekends he does it. He'll come up. I go, how was that? He's like, he goes by himself. He'll just be like on his tablet. He's be like, I'm gonna go practice basketball. He'll go downstairs. He'll be like, I did 500 dribbles.
Wow, really?
Good
I bet
job,
you
buddy.
think he counts to 500.
Who knows?
Yeah, I actually feel good for him because it's like me and getting more excited. Like, he's gonna actually get drills.
Yeah.
Like, he'll come back from that first Friday with real like coaching under his belt.
Yeah, exactly.
So what? So Kai's just gonna go and watch and not do anything? That's gonna be the
Yeah, that's his
feelings.
problem. That's
Yeah.
his problem. We went to Kai had to do like an orientation for piano last Saturday in Mississauga. The owner, the lady who runs it, is in Mississauga. So we went to her house, and then she was showing him piano, and like she was talking about the piano, and he was like playing on it a bit. She's like, yeah, he's definitely ready to do piano. Like he's.
How could she
he'd be-
tell? I don't know
I
what's
don't know. I don't know what she was evaluating on, but like
Yeah.
probably how he listens and how
Okay,
if he
that
was
makes
like
sense.
interested into it, and if he was picking up little things that
Okay.
she was teaching him,
I wonder how they fucking know right away.
right?
Like, I wonder if there's just kids that just are being forced
Yeah,
that have
listen.
zero attention.
He is not ready for this.
Yeah, and then it's like, it's a waste of my time, waste of your money.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. So do you stay there for piano practice? How does
I
that
have
work?
No idea. Because this lady is like right down the street from us, like right across from Sobeys.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's where we're going to go. And yeah, I don't know if we're going to stay there. I'm going to try to see the first.
I think from what I could tell from TV is like, you just drop your kid off, they go to the house, and they fucking, like, it's just them and the
Yeah.
teacher. Like, you're not just going to be sitting on the couch watching. I think
Well, the lady we went to in Mississauga, she had a whole setup. Her whole basement was finished for piano lessons. She had several rooms.
oh, wow.
Right? And then in the one room, she had a waiting room even. And in the one room, there was like chairs and stuff for us to sit and watch. Like it was just already like that. So
Okay.
maybe they kind of prepared
Yeah,
for
I guess
both.
it would be. I'm just going by like a TV, like a random fucking TV.
Because when I was in drum lessons, my mom just dropped me off at Long and McQuaid. That's where I did my drum lessons. And I would just go and just
yeah,
do
but it was a different time.
It was a different time, man. Different time.
That's interesting, man. I can't wait to see how that goes.
They said there's a concert in December, and he will definitely be able to play in the concert.
Oh, like a recital.
Like a recital.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Crazy, right?
I might
I know
want
you're
to come.
going. You're going.
I might want to come for that.
You are.
Nice. Oh, I can't wait to fucking see something
If
like
he
that.
sticks to it, for sure.
I don't think he has a choice.
No.
He doesn't have a
He
choice.
doesn't have a choice. But
Man, like you said, imagine just like sparks that fucking. It's so different. Like it's just automatic to think of a young boy picking up a basketball and getting better.
yeah.
Like think of a human fucking the boy girl whatever. Like think of human getting good at piano.
Right?
Like that's just like it's gonna be so much like it's just as natural maybe, but it just doesn't come to me as naturally to think of how it's done.
Yeah.
Like it's not. And not being there for the whole thing, like seeing him fucking
Yeah.
tap like chopsticks or
Yeah,
just like going
yeah.
there, like going from that. But if he dives into it, like the
Oh,
the
man.
equivalent of going down and dribbling 500 times in a piano lesson.
It'll be great.
Yeah,
My
I'd
mom
want
has a
that for
piano.
him.
We're getting that. We're going to put it maybe in here.
I want that for him so bad.
Right? I
man.
think it'll be great for him. I think he seems like he really wants to do
Yeah,
it.
like,
so-
like that's like that's what I'm trying to say. Like just finding that, like seeing a spark go off.
Yeah.
Like seeing like he gets it and like whatever the teacher sees, like, oh yeah, he's for it. And then just like can you fucking just picture your boy making a song?
Right?
Like that's so
Right?
crazy.
Even if it's like, you know how you have like Instagram pianists and
Yeah,
stuff,
of
and they're
course.
just playing. Like I could just imagine him just being able, or
Bro, of
imagine
course.
when he's older and like that never goes away, and everywhere he moves, he has to have a piano in his house. You know what I mean?
or that's just the beginning. He's
That's-
like
right?
he's like he's got a studio where he's fucking the
Right.
bassist, the fucking drum player, everything.
You know what I mean? He could go so many places. I just think that it's a good thing to have it. I always picture like, you know, Kai goes off, say he doesn't become a professional pianist, but he just always plays. And like maybe he's courting a girl and he comes over and then the girl sees, oh, there's a piano. He's like, yeah, I can play piano. I've been playing since I was 9.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And then he can just play like for just like that kind of stuff, like have like talents.
Yeah.
You know, is such a good thing.
What is what I think is even like when it comes to the piano or even maybe whatever arts, is that because like I said, it's so easy to see the skill and even like it's like the imagination that Sire uses on a soccer field.
Yes.
Right? Like there's an imagination.
Yes.
He sees the game, he can play it, but it's limited to the rules of soccer.
Yep.
It's limited to
Oh, yeah.
who his teammates are. And it's limited to, you know what I mean? Like he's a ball of excitement. He can't control himself to do all the things he wants to do.
Yeah.
But to see that come out in art, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be so different.
No limits.
Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, no, like it's just everything. Like, yeah, like kickstarting his imagination like that. Like I can see why the more I think of it, how like what a decent thing you want to do to give him that. Like I don't think enough. I've never met enough people, and I've never talked to anybody to see how they have this kind of process to give them their kid that.
Yeah, man.
Because like I said, like it's not like he does have to fucking read and write and fucking math and all these like to be a citizen and like whatever, get a good job and all that. So you got to teach him for that, but yeah, like teaching him this, like getting that, like it's just like it's yeah, like you said, there's no limits.
Yeah.
No limits, and it goes anywhere from that, and that's how it starts.
Yeah.
For sure, I don't know where it goes from, because I've never had that leaps past the getting to the imagination part of art. Like whatever, I've doodled or something stupid like that, but never created something like that.
Yeah.
When it comes to like playing guitar or piano or something, I've just been able to like fucking staring at what fingers are on what strings, or what's this chord or that chord, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's not even like driving where you're not even looking at the road, you know what I mean? You're looking at your fucking feet while you're fucking walking.
Yeah.
So I've never gotten past that. And so I guess there'd be a while where it's all the theory of it and learning that, right? But then when it's just like, oh, that sounds like this. Oh, that sound. My buddy who's been playing guitar like ever since I've known him, I don't think he's ever had formal education, but he's been playing for so long. He could do this when he was a kid or teenager. It's just like he can hear a song and he can fucking play it for you.
Yeah.
It might not be exactly what the notes are written on the page.
Close enough.
But you and me don't know that. Like we
Yeah.
fucking it's just like, oh, you figured that out? It's because he's heard it a million different times. You know what I mean? Like it's that ultimate repetition.
Yes, I was
And,
about to say that.
But just like but that's just copying, right? Like not coming up. Like I love the covers of songs when you can kind of make it a whole different song
Yeah.
and do all that.
Yeah.
That kind of really shows me how the imagination was used. But I need the grounded what it used to be like before to see like, oh, this is what you turned it
To
into.
do your changes, add your little personality
Like
to
see
it.
that.
Yeah.
You still see it when a brand new song comes out of nowhere, but it's just like you whatever. Oh, it sounds like this, it sounds like that. Like when a whole new style comes out, do this and that. This is I didn't think I was going to think of this, but I still can't get away from news. It might be of the fucking. They announced that Kendrick Lamar is going to do the Super Bowl.
Oh yes.
And
yeah.
every article that is this is more nails in Drake's coffin. Like, why can't they just leave this fucking shit alone?
That's the funny thing because like that happened. I was like yeah, like this guy's doing the thing. A lot of the controversy was Lil Wayne. He's from New Orleans, and he from last year he was trying to do because that's his hometown.
Yeah, I got
he was
it.
trying to do it in his hometown. And then they picked
Kendrick instead of Lil Wayne.
And they say there's this whole drama because Jay-Z is on the board of for the Super Bowl. He helps pick like the acts and stuff for like what 2-3 years I think it
Okay.
was. He's been doing it. So there's this whole thing where there's like it's because Drake and Jay-Z had beef and then they're doing this all this
Interesting.
kind of stuff and saying it's all that. And then they go so on my Twitter feed, on my algorithm, it's a mix of both. So people are like, yeah, this is what happens when you're the best artist and blah. And then people are like, are you guys serious? The only reason he got picked for the Super Bowl is because he had a beef with Drake. He would have never been picked for the Super Bowl if he didn't beef with the biggest rap artist in the world.
No, at my Twitter feed is just going like fucking. This is further nails in the fucking Drake coffin.
Yeah.
This is like I mean like the whole world's going to hear fucking the diss tracks on like whatever. It's
Yeah.
just more Kendrick on the up and Drake on the down.
Yeah.
I don't know like how Drake on the down is just getting like. It's no denying he's on the up. I guess if he's doing this, but I was just like,
He's-
fucking.
He is on
Can't
the
you just
up.
do the Super Bowl and be an art? Why does everything get dragged back into this shit?
Well, because
like,
his,
it makes
his,
it like.
his biggest song, Kendrick Lamar is a good artist, but his biggest song ever is a Drake diss song.
Yeah, no.
So no matter what,
It's always tied to
it's
it.
always tied. And
Yeah, you're right.
even though Drake has not dropped any new music, he's dropped on his own website, but not like on streaming things, he's still the number one streamed artist in every month.
Man, my Twitter feed has got like I think this. If you listen to my Twitter feed, like Drake's dead.
What?
That's what I've been hearing,
Oh,
man. That's the fucking.
no,
This is what I've been hearing.
Spotify releases their numbers every month, and Drake is like far past anybody else on number of listeners and number of plays.
So then it
in a
sounds like
month.
to me it's like one of these things that's like people are not admitting that they're listening to Drake anymore.
Well, yeah, of course not. Of course not.
That's always the case.
But Kendrick Lamar is on the top 10. He's just not
That's
one.
so fucking funny.
But
man.
it's good. I think it's I kind of enjoy like this whole drama thing. It's been lasting
don't.
so long.
I don't. I think it's fucking
I'm-
ridiculous.
I'm sick of the songs. I'll tell you
I don't
that
care
much.
about the songs. I'm cared about the narratives. Like this guy gets a Super Bowl, and the first thing it is like what a shot at Drake. It's like
Yeah, well,
nobody
that's
said that when
annoying.
fucking Bruno Mars was the fucking host of
yeah.
the fucking. No, but
Nobody
Beyonce
said that.
comes, they're just like celebrating this person being the host.
Yeah.
Like U2's the host, Aerosmith's the host. It's just like, yeah, fuck you, Judas Priest. Like fuck you, this and
But
that.
that's the thing. The thing is,
I get it.
With his
I think I
thing,
get it.
Beyonce doing the Super Bowl is like obviously it's Beyonce. Eminem doing the Super Bowl is like obviously it's Eminem. Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl is it's because he had a diss track. Because that's a fact. He's never done Super Bowl artist numbers. You know what I mean? He's not freaking Shania Twain. He's not freaking.
I don't know how he can top fucking Usher rolling skating
He's
last year.
not Usher.
Dude,
He's
like-
not even close. So
That's what I mean.
it
And
just-
Usher is like, it's not like putting out new jams every fucking week now either.
No.
That's what the kind of like whatever, right? But he's just sitting on the laurels of just being Usher.
Yeah.
Like this Kendrick Lamar thing always comes with the asterisk beside him.
Because he's not a world. This
I
is
knew
it.
you'd be
He's
annoyed.
not a world-renowned artist. Nobody outside the States. They said this.
outside California.
Nobody outside knows who he is. You know what I mean? But you say Drake, Usher, Beyonce, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah. I heard that song before." You know,
I
that
just don't
song?
like
all
seeing
the
my
single
boy.
ladies.
I got it. I can sing it too. I'm not going to
Sing it.
So I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Work Related Podcast.
We are related by work on X.
Oh, you never sent out the Spider-Man meme of you on the
Yes,
forklift.
I did.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I have it on my thing. but I
Come on, I'm not part of your algorithm, Jay.
I fucking look. I swear to God, I'm going to look down and I don't think it's there. But yeah,
man.
thanks again, everybody, for listening to us, and we'll see you guys next week.